everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Bree, and fun fact about me is that I love taking naps. I feel like an old lady, but I really look forward to taking good, long hour naps. Today I actually just took a 2-hour nap, and I just feel so great. And my hair's a little crazy today, so I apologize for that. I feel like Tarzan today with my hair like this, but yeah, we're gonna let it be. But today's video is going to be answering all of your bridal questions. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. So you have no idea what I'm talking about. I posted on Instagram a picture of a random wedding bouquet, and I asked you guys to ask me any bridal related questions. And you guys gave me a good amount of questions, so we are just going to go right through them. So the first one, it says, Natalie Marewa says, how did you ask your friends to be your bridesmaids? So, I was not creative at all. I kind of wish that I was, but I'm just not. Honestly, I didn't do anything extravagant. It sounds so simple and so boring, but all I did was call them or FaceTime them and ask them, or I met them in person and asked them if they would be one of my bridesmaids. And seeing as the majority of my girls are out of town, the only real way that I could see their response or hear their response would be to call them or FaceTime them. Tinky2005 says, are you going to incorporate Disney into your wedding? I will say my shoes will be Disney related. So I'm having a dear friend paint my wedding shoes. I have an idea of what I want them to look like, but I feel like that's gonna be a really fun way to incorporate Disney into our wedding. Also, the location that we're getting married at is based off of Up, which is pretty cool. So we might add little balloons here and there inspired by that, but we're not 100% sure. I want it to be very tasteful if we do, and very classy and not cheesy and corny. So we're a little bit on the fence. Chelsea Christine asks, what's the most stressful part about wedding planning? I would say the most stressful part about the planning would be locking down your vendors. Especially the closer you get to the wedding, the more difficult it is going to be to try to find a vendor, and trying to find a vendor that is in your budget. Note to all you ladies out there, weddings are pretty expensive. Expect to pay no less than, I wanna say like $14,000 for a wedding. And if you have really high numbers, expect to pay a lot of money. Have you run into any issues with it? I feel like the only really issue we found was with flowers, but we finally locked down our flower vendor, so that's great. But other than that, they've just kind of fallen into our lap, which has been a huge blessing. Lindsay Klervik asks, I'll ask the most fun and important question, honeymoon plans. So we're debating between two different places, either New York, or what we're gonna do is go on a Disney cruise. So either way, it's gonna be pretty magical and fun. Shelk1998 says, what is your color scheme and theme? Disney inspired? No, it's not Disney inspired. We're going with a more rustic wedding, and it is taking place in the fall. So I'm doing like a peacock blue, a rust, and a wine color, and mixing those all together. Maybe with like a sunflower yellow kind of tied in as well. Retro Songbird says, after picking a date, where did you begin and how did you organize everything? So we actually didn't pick the date first. We picked how many people we wanted first, because a lot of places have a max of guests that you can bring, including your wedding party. So we had to find a place that had a big enough location that was still within our budget. That's what we did first, was we narrowed down our guest list from over 300 people down to 160 people. And how did you organize everything? The Knot. The Knot is a great app to use. I would highly recommend it. It is free, especially if you don't have a wedding coordinator or a wedding planner. It's like your own personal planner in a free little app. It is fantastic. Hollowed Heart says, of course I want to know about the food. I do too. We actually have a food tasting in May. So the venue that we ended up going with comes with a wedding coordinator, a wedding planner, and they do your food as well, and set up and tear down. Allison LeMay says, will you incorporate your faith into the ceremony? Yes, we just haven't figured out how. Obviously, our pastor is going to be marrying us. We are not sure if we're going to be doing the lighting of the candles or if we're going to be doing the sand, but we are incorporating our faith into our wedding. Miss M. Joy says, are you guys doing traditional vows or writing your own? So we are doing traditional vows, but we are writing our vows, and we will give our vows to each other before the wedding. We just don't want to be crying during the ceremony, but we will be writing out our vows in like a little love letter, and we'll give each other them before the wedding. Maggie Cook says, I know wedding planning is incredibly stressful, but what has been your favorite part of it? My favorite part, I would say looking at the different venues, just going there and just kind of taking it all in, soaking it in. It's just been really fun. HLong24 says, what will be the cake flavor and what would the wedding hashtag be for the guests? My dad is actually going to make our cake, because what we're going to be doing for our guests is we are going to be doing a donut wall. So we're gonna go and buy some great Krispy Kreme donuts and we're gonna do a huge donut wall, and that'll be for the guests to have for dessert. And my dad is making his famous 7-layer cake, and that's what Josh and I will eat for the wedding. And then for the wedding hashtag, we still haven't figured that out because throughout our relationship, we used hashtag WeJBrie, but I don't know if we're gonna still use that or if we're gonna do something else. So we're still figuring that part out. Daniela Casillas says, besides saying I do, what are you most looking forward to on your wedding day? I'm really excited to get ready with my girls. I'm so excited to have that special time with them, especially since I don't really get to see them every single day. It'll be nice to just kind of all get together, and I'm excited for my bachelorette party. We're not going crazy. I have some fun things in store, and so I'm really excited to have all the girls here and to get together with them. Eliza Bliss says, are you going to do something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue? If so, do you have anything picked out? Yes, I am. I think something blue. My shoes will have some sort of blue in them, and I know my bouquet will have something blue. I'm not sure what the other ones will be. We'll see. Liz Kinder 23 says, are you going to take Josh's last name? I am. Hannah Lazau says, what is your color scheme and or theme for the wedding? So as I mentioned, it's going to be a very rustic wedding with lots of lanterns. It's at night too, so we're gonna have twinkle lights in the trees. It's a beautiful venue. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. And her final question says, will you be incorporating Disney into your wedding or reception at all? So like I said, I'm not 100% sure yet. We probably will, but we want to do it in a very subtle, tasteful way. Well guys, that is it for this video. Very short, sweet, and simple. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Right now, it seems like I'm gonna be posting every single day for the rest of April, which is pretty awesome. And with that being said, I hope you have an amazing week. Stay blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.